We are live from our new meetup location, the Roundtable Pizza Clubhouse in Modesto, California. We have one more meetup with Galaxy and Riverbank. John, go ahead and say that we still like Galaxy.
We still love Galaxy. But if they come out with a movie pass, then we'll be over there all the time again.
John was very adamant when we first brought up coming to Regal 2 shows ago that we are still on good terms with Galaxy. Like every time we brought up the move to Regal, you can go back and listen. John's like, not that we're mad at them. Are they mad at us?
Unlike Cool Hand Luke's.
We're going back to Cool Hand Luke's for it. For Dukes. For Dukes, one more time, Charlie and the Duke will battle one more time, and Charlie will lose one more time.
Yes.
And I will not be there.
You need to at least see Charlie fly.
Another scary story.
I know.
But it's the same
You're going to have people there with the red balloon, and you're going to have people there dressed up as it, and I don't want to do that.
I don't know anyone dressed up as it.
I was wrong.
We're gonna
wrong book.
Oh, in a dark, dark room. Huh. Mm-hmm. Tonight's movie, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, nominated for, it's almost like an award show, nominated for an open house, haunted house, or Scare Zone tonight, as rides and shows are off the table. It's a pregame for a big game type of a feel. Danielle, very excited. If you're going to judge the movie by the Danielle pre-factor right now,
This is the first time she's
this movie could. I'm telling you right now.
Movie we got to see.
I'm telling you right now, this movie could be absolutely dog shit. And Danielle's walking out of this fucking thing 10. Absolutely best movie of the fucking year.
She's even wearing the shirt.
Danielle's got the shirt.
That's like me with the Trick or Treat maze at Halloween Horror Nights.
And she's also got the books.
Star Wars Land.
Dude, Star Wars Land is
I
dope.
second Star Wars Land, though. Star Wars Land is amazing.
I will say that before we get into scary stories, the news broke that the newest haunted house for Halloween Horror Nights is Jordan Peele's Us. And
More Black Walls. Yay.
I'm baffled. I'm baffled by the description in the press release. Stupid. Is that racist? Fucking John.
I'm sad to say that I've actually never seen that movie.
I haven't seen it either.
You didn't go with us?
Nope.
We didn't see that one.
Was it good?
Oh shit.
How was it compared to the first one?
The first one.
The first one
Get
that
Out?
he did, Get Out.
I mean,
I know that they're two different stories, but
yeah, like Get
Black people
Out.
in horror.
Get Out was definitely more original. Like they're subtransplanting brains, so
Most of them usually don't make it out in the first 10 minutes of the movie. But
Right.
Us had a twist in it that was like, oh, that's it.
Oh.
It's very like even the theater sold out, and when they found out what the twist was, there was like no reaction. Everyone's like, oh.
you're like, that's cool.
Do you know what the twist is?
No, I don't. You tell me. I really don't care.
The twist is that everybody has a doppelganger, and they live in these tunnels that
So
go
is it like the Upside Down?
that go across the world.
That's weird.
And one of the entrances to these tunnels is the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Because apparently he
And
loves...
people like this?
what's the other one? Campfire movie.
Lost Boys.
Yeah, apparently Peele loves Lost Boys, so he wanted to build the mirror maze in Santa Cruz. And this little girl sees her doppelganger in the mirror maze.
Yeah.
Fast forward, like they freak out, like the little girl freaks out. Fast forward to her being an adult. She has 2 kids, and they're going back to Santa Cruz for like a last trip before school starts type thing.
Yeah.
And then the doppelganger show up.
And he had 5
For the whole family.
Don't forget that.
And then so it's kind of like they stop.
Is there a reason why the doppelgangers show up? Or
They
is it-
are going to cut the tether and just kill everybody and then assimilate to their
So
life.
does that mean all the doppelgangers are coming up? or
They're
is
all
it
coming
just-
up. It's not just the family.
Okay.
And it's not just.
And people like this movie, what?
Yeah, that's to answer her question. I think a lot more people liked Get Out.
Yeah. Get out.
Would you say leaving us that you would have been like, this is going to be a maze?
No. No.
That worries me.
See, because the whole.
Ghostbusters being a maze is more exciting to me than
Well, that's more exciting than anything.
But in the press release, it literally goes, "You will enter the tunnels." That's the first
Black
sentence.
Black walls.
You will enter the tunnel system of the tethered,
sounds awful already.
and it's so it's just going to be black people in black hallways,
I mean, that could be scary.
So hey,
and then
I
like,
In
see
red
him.
jumpsuits.
and then part of it'll be a mirror maze.
maze.
You'll start and stop in a mirror maze. I start and finish through a mirror maze.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they did that so they could do Ghostbusters. They threw that property in there knowing they have no effort required to do that. All they have to do is play I've Got Five on it and have the tethered people. And
I
that's the
think
maze.
One thing I don't like is when Halloween Hornets tries to do something where the bad guys are just people with no masks or like distinguished features, and it's just like
Yeah.
a person that's supposed to be jumping out at you.
Yeah.
I don't find that scary at all there when they attempt it. The few times they
Skeletor was pretty freaky.
but he had a mask. He was a mask.
Yeah. Well, I think
They didn't
I think
see
the
that?
tethered people will have to be.
No. It was from the Purge Anarchy.
No, I think the tethered people would have to be like that. They're too like weird looking. They're not like the good people are just normal people, but the bad guys, their faces are all distorted.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. From what I've seen in the
Like
trailer.
how distorted.
They're pretty different.
Like they're, I guess, angular for lack of a better term. Like the makeup on when they're the good guys is very soft, and then the makeup when they're bad, like they did it very hard, so they look like their brows are like elongated, shit like that. But it's totally the same people.
Yeah. It still doesn't sound very scary.
The voice is the scariest part. He talks like this.
So you'll hear that in the dark hallways?
Yeah,
That could be
can't do it for more than a minute. Like she reverse talks. Like instead of sucking in and doing that, she was projecting out and making that noise.
So how do you feel about the last minute Killer Clowns from Outer Space mates being all black hallways?
Why do you think it's gonna be? Why do you say that?
That's what it is right now. They painted all those walls black at the end of the maze.
They're probably just gonna put circus tents like the shitty clown maze at Great America. Like it'll just
Was
be
that Six Flags?
or Six Flags, yeah,
She's bringing the other pizza right now.
They're just hanging around,
yeah. Like
tack it onto the wall.
I have faith that they'll do that at least.
Well, let's hope so. Because last year, every single 30-second finale of every maze was black walls with the same scare.
No, last year I'm telling you, the scariest one that Halloween Horror Nights did for us was Purge.
Fine.
Was Skeletor, because at least it was dark and he was like, "I am the night. You can't run from me."
Yeah, that's what they're gonna do with the tether.
Oh yeah, I mean that was terrifying. I was also very high walking through
This is
that.
what's gonna happen. We're gonna go through, and
It's fucking terrifying.
the staff is gonna be on point in us for some weird reason.
I think it's the
gonna be
best one.
It's like, damn it,
I'm gonna be
like,
it'll be the best one of the night, dog. Ghostbusters.
Two more for Rick and Justin if they show up.
Ghostbusters. Very high potential. That Slimer photo looks like that hallway looks pretty dope. They're
that-
using the Pepper's ghost.
yeah, I saw that.
Ghostbusters. They
I
had
know
the hallway like haunted mansion,
Oh,
and
nice.
Slimer's like running down the hallway.
That's cool.
it does look cool.
Was that? Did they say whether or not that was for Hollywood or was it Florida?
I don't know.
Thank you.
I don't know.
Okay.
I know that the account immediately got deleted.
Oh,
Like, so someone got fired.
because I saw that it was almost like they built over the top, and it looked like it was almost like in the soundstage. So that's how I was figuring it was Florida. You just know Florida's going to be better. That's what.
I mean,
I think that's what I'm getting like most upset.
the thing
about.
that was most upsetting about the Florida being better thing, because there was a couple years there where Hollywood was better.
Yeah, their mazes were
both
better,
do the
especially
same?
property. Huh?
Do they both do the same thing?
They do the same
Sometimes.
properties, but the mazes are usually different.
Orlando will
For the
do
space.
more original properties.
It's different creative forces to them. But
So
like,
there was a few years where Hollywood was better. The first year Hollywood did American Horror Story, they were better. That was probably the best year they've ever done. The Hollywood.
that year was pretty epic.
Yeah, I would say that's their best year that they've done. First year of American Horror Story. But this
It
year
also had AVP.
they had American Horror Story. I think it was Ash versus the Evil Dead.
No, I don't think it was that year.
No, it was Krampus.
It was Krampus. Because in the middle it was American Werewolf in London, and across from that was Clowns 3D. Because it was just me and her, and we hit American Werewolf in London. Because she's terrified of clowns, it was right across the way, and I'm like, we got to do it right now because there's no line. she was so pissed off.
You're terrified of clowns?
But I'm like, hey,
go see it too.
I'm like, it's gonna be like a Band-Aid. There's no line. It'll be worse if we're sitting there waiting because we just had general admission tickets.
Yeah.
You can't
I
say
do
that
remember
movie
that.
was not
Oh, and then
amazing.
Dracula Untold was up top.
Fuck yeah, my friend Kevin loved that fucking maze. I
We
hated
liked
it.
You
it
haven't seen
too.
the trailer?
Shit.
You don't really see him.
He was just like, Dracula Untold is the maze of the year. I'm like, shut your fucking mouth. He's all, it's the best maze we won on. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
I literally took John and picked him up by his backpack and pushed him through the clown's maze.
American Werewolf in London was ridiculously cool.
The set design and detail was really good.
My top 5 Halloween Horror Nights mazes: House of a Thousand Corpses, Alice Cooper, Welcome to My Nightmare, American Werewolf in London, the second time they did Halloween,
Yeah, I remember that. That was really
and the first time they did Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
How was the Nightmare?
Nightmare on Elm Street's pretty cool, but Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Halloween are definitely better.
bad. The Nightmare on Elm Street ones were good when they were kind of doing a little bit of originality into it,
Yeah.
because then it was fun.
But I'm going to tell you right now, out of what they named so far this year, so they have, what do they have? They have Creepshow, Killer Clowns, Ghostbusters, Us,
They just
The
announced
Walking
Creepshow,
Dead
right?
thing,
Werewolf versus Frankenstein.
Werewolf versus Frankenstein, and Stranger Things. The rumored House of a Thousand Corpses, and then so that leaves one other one that I think is going to be another original, like Holidays in Hell. I think it's going to be something weird. But out of what they announced, I could put possibly this year's mazes into the top 5 all time. I think Stranger Things, Ghostbusters, and Killer Clowns from Outer Space have the potential to be super special mazes.
They have potential. Doesn't mean the Halloween Horror Nights.
That does not mean that it will be good. That is very true. Because by all means, The Shining,
Jimmy, in all
Trick or
honesty,
Treat, and Stranger Things the last couple of years should have been like epic freaking
The Shining
productions.
should have been epic. And when it was filled with black walls, I was so pissed.
Well, the
Well,
typewriter
the shiny.
walls was weird.
The shiny with black walls, really? Mm-hmm. It's a fucking hotel. You
It's
can't
just
put a hotel?
It was just Jack Torrance jumping out at the end of hallways.
That's stupid.
The part that bugged me the most was at the end when you're in like the hedge maze. They could have done the whole rest of the maze, the hedge maze, but instead they like walk through one point, then it's like black walls with him all
Yeah, it was
frosted
like
up, and it's
two turns a hedge maze and then back to black hallways. It's like, why did we even bother?
yeah, exactly. It's like, dude, if the whole thing would have been hedge maze, that would have been fucking
The best
rad.
representation.
If we had the budget that Halloween Horror Nights had,
What do you think they spend? What do you think they spend for a maze?
per
20
maze-
grand?
per maze,
More than that.
I think they spend probably 40,000. 40,000 minimum.
I was gonna say 40 to 50.
Damn.
So if we had the money that they had for their event for our part,
Yeah.
we'd blow their ass out of the water.
What would you? Well, I mean, you have the created like the original characters already. Would you try to just do your original thing, or would you try to spend money to get a movie?
I would do both.
I would mix it up. I'd do one or two properties and then do some originals.
What movies would you want to do first year?
That hasn't been done or that has been done?
Hasn't been done.
That hasn't?
Yeah.
But you also have to realize what would make a good. What movie would make a good haunt? Because not
Yeah,
every
right.
movie is.
Yeah.
is
No,
is
exactly.
applicable.
Right, and that's what we do with.
I would say John Carpenter's thing.
It's been
What?
done.
Did they do it?
Yeah, they did the thing a couple times.
Was it good?
It was pretty rad.
I did the one based on the new film. I didn't do because they did one based off the original.
You gotta do the one based off of Kurt Russell. That's the best one.
I would do 13 Ghosts for sure.
I know
13
why
Ghosts. Yeah.
they are doing Stranger Things because it appeals to the younger crowd and the masses. It appeals to your millennials. It gets their attention. They're the ones that are going to come in and carelessly spend their money. I get it, but if you're going to put something in, if you're going to work that hard for an event, put some quality into it. That's all that I'm saying.
I have noticed, like, when I watch, like, the walkthroughs, like, with, like, Jason or Leatherface, like, it's Universal Studios. They're a fucking movie. And, like, a lot of the makeup, you're like, that's what you chose to do? Really?
Well,
That shit looked fake as hell.
right. The other thing you have to understand is that most of their characters are only in scene and scaring for 15 to 20 minutes, and then they take a 20-minute break, and then they go back. They rotate.
Well,
back.
yeah. But
The thing
know what
that's
I'm
the thing that's weird is like when you do a Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and in one room, Leatherface is like a 300-pound professional wrestler, and then you go into the next room, and Leatherface is like 120 pounds.
Yeah, they
They
got
have
some
no
tall,
consistency.
skinny dudes at
Like-
sometimes, and it was like, what?
You can't like group them all together. Like, give me one skinny Leatherface haunted house or one monster Leatherface haunted house.
I mean,
We don't need to alternate rooms. Let's just put them all together and give me one fluid Leatherface
thing is
experience.
13 Ghosts would be a good one. That would be a really good.
13 Ghosts, you could have enough content for every room.
Then you wouldn't need.
You wouldn't need anything else.
Because you have the chick.
Would you have the chick with the boobies hanging out?
Yes,
You
of
have
course.
to. You have to have that.
John adamant about the boobies
Hey,
being
you
out.
got to keep certain things in.
You gotta keep the fans happy.
I mean, I
Holy
agree.
shit.
13 Ghosts was a good one. Jesus. What are some good movies that would make? What about Pit in the Pencil?
Damn, that's like an old school maze. You could do like a.
They incorporated that with a Knox did a whole Edgar Allan Poe maze. They did a whole scene for that.
That's pretty
It was
cool.
awesome too.
I don't know. Like, I wouldn't even go new school. I'd go old school. I just feel like old school's got more to offer than new school. I mean, honestly.
There's a market, but there's not. there's not a market that they're going to be able to tap into the way that they want and the way that they need to make money.
As a side note, when you said Stranger Things was for millennials, I call bullshit on that because there's too many 80s references in that fucking
The
show.
80s references are for us, but as far as attractive
all young kids watch that.
You didn't watch it?
If you said, okay.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So tell me this, Drew. If you took a group of 14 to 20-year-olds and put them in a room, 50 of them, how many of them would know 13 Ghosts over Stranger Things?
Yeah, none of them.
None of them would know 13 Ghosts, but everybody.
We're attracting the 30 to 40-year-olds.
But that's at the same time, that's like saying how many people, same age group, same demographic, how many people would know Bram Stoker's Dracula? How many people would know, and
Well, that's why Halloween Horror
Dracula
Nights
is an iconic character,
but
13 Ghosts and Stranger Things are not.
But 13 Ghosts is also a remake as well.
Yeah,
Right now, though, in that age group, everybody's gonna know Stranger Things. Like Stranger Things is pretty iconic.
It's pretty hot.
Stranger Things and the only reason why they know it is because it came back, not because of the original.
Oh, I know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Universal does a good job of spreading out to the masses. By Stranger Things is hot. People know what it is.
Yeah.
It's an attention grabber.
Did they do a Candyman too?
No, they haven't.
No, they haven't.
Why not? That would be a good
That
one.
may be
They
one
haven't
that
done
we need to
Hellraiser
talk
either.
about.
That would be a freaky. That would be weird.
What's your pick gonna be? What's your pick gonna be? The movie.
Oh, I haven't completely thought about it yet. I was
Justin
thinking
might
about it.
What are some of the ones that you're thinking about? Possible candidates for Danielle's pick are.
So what? But do they have to be in a certain?
It just has to be a movie that they have not done a haunted house on.
She's still kind of.
So if you
Yeah.
throw out a movie, I'll tell you if they've done a haunted house on it yet.
Shit, so I still have it.
Puppet Master.
They have not done a Puppet
I
Master
know, and
one.
that's on my list for Campfire Chronicles.
Oh, is it? Because that's what I was thinking. That's
Doing
that's what
Puppet Master? All right, 2 weeks, Puppet Master. Next Tuesday, we will be doing.
They did a Chucky.
Yeah, they've done. They haven't really done like a. I know
No,
Florida.
I thought that's what you guys were doing next week. Child's Play.
Wasn't that Saturday at the State?
Child's Plays at the State on Saturday.
Oh, nice. So scary stories to tell in the dark.
So now, here we are. Scary stories to tell in the dark.
And go.
We have actually Danielle, who's very excited, and she has brought one of the books, or all three of the books rather, with some of the stories that will appear in tonight's movie. So Danielle, which movie story should we read first?
Might as well go with the Big Toe because it's the one you guys all
Yeah, I know.
said first.
Everybody knows the Big Toe.
I have two.
So are we actually reading the story?
Yeah, let's see it. I was gonna have Charlie do this. Our thoughts are with Charlie. Anyway, the big toe. A boy was digging at the edge of the garden when he saw a big toe. He tried to pick it up, but it was stuck to something. So he gave a good hard jerk, and it came off in his hand. Gross. Then he heard something groan and scamper away. The boy took the toe into the kitchen and showed it to his mother. It looks nice and plump, she said. I'll put it in the soup and we'll have it for supper.
Oh, God.
Disgusting. The night his father carved the toe into 3 pieces. And they each had a piece. They did the dishes, and when they got dark, they went to bed. The boy fell asleep almost at once, but in the middle of the night, a sound awakened him. It was something out in the street. It was a voice, and it was calling to him, "Where is my soul?" It groaned. When the boy heard that, he got very scared, but he thought, "It doesn't know where I am. It never will find me." Then he heard the voice come once more. Now it was closer. Where is my toe? It groaned. The boy pulled up the blankets over his head and closed his eyes. I'll go to sleep, he thought. When I wake up, it'll be gone. Idiot. But soon he heard the back door open. And again, he heard the voice. Where is my toe? It groaned. The boy heard footsteps move through the kitchen and the dining room, into the living room, into the front hall, and then slowly climbing the stairs. Closer and closer they came. Soon they were in the upstairs hall, and now they were outside his door. Where's my toe? The voice groaned. His door opened, shaking with fear. He listened as the footsteps slowly moved through the dark toward his bed. Then they stopped. Where is my toe? The voice groaned. At this point, oh shit. At this point, pause, jump and grab the person and scream, "You've got it!" So it's like grab you and squeeze you. Say, John's got it. John's got it. The big toe also has another ending. When the boy hears the voice calling for his toe, he finds a strange-looking creature up inside the chimney, and the boy is so frightened he can't move. He just stands there and stares at it. Finally, he asks, "You got such big eyes for?" And the creature says, "To look through and through." What you got such big claws for? To scratch up your grave. What you got such big mouth for? To swallow you whole. What you got such sharp teeth for? To chop your bones. It's two very drastic endings to this fucking story, dog. Yeah, that's it. So the kid either dies or
I love it.
we immediately break the fourth wall. The kid either gets eaten or we break the fourth wall. All right. So I wonder how that'll end in the movie. John.
I think the thing that's crazy about that story is the beginning part where the fact that they find a toe and then they eat it.
I think, yeah, and
I don't remember that at all.
Just chilling in the ground. Oh, hey, it's a toe.
It's a toe. Let's eat it for dinner.
the picture,
Things must have been really rough.
the picture is like an infant with the toe too. It's like a very young child that's about to mow down on this fucking toe. The fact that the toe just snaps off, a baby picks it up, like.
Yeah. Didn't he have a hoe on his hand?
Yeah, he was digging.
I think he. It's meant to be implied that he put the hoe on the ground and yanked, so it chops it off.
Interesting.
That at least what I remembered.
Let's get a little bit more graphic.
Would that?
you were good eating, right?
What?
Sausage on the pizza.
Sausage.
Yeah.
That might be a big toe. You don't know.
Very plump sausage.
There it is.
Where is my dog?
I just remember those like stories when I was a kid, just being like just oddball fucking stories that were just whacked out stories.
Yeah.
And apparently the one that I remember wasn't even in these books; it was in another book that he did. So.
Let's read Harold.
That's the scarecrow, right?
Yeah. Which is always fucking terrifying. The thought of a scarecrow coming to
They
life.
nailed the picture on it too.
Yeah, really good.
It's very Peter Griffin-esque.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it,
Peter
it looks
Griffin
exactly like the trailer.
Yes.
That shit is nuts.
Peter
dude.
Griffin from Family Guy.
What about him?
It looks just like him.
No. Here's Harold. When it got hot in the valley, Thomas and Alfred drove their cows, to a cool green pasture in the mountains to graze. Usually they stayed up there with the cows for 2 months. Then they brought them down to the valley again. The work was easy enough, but it was boring. And all day the two men tended to their cows, and all night they went back to the tiny hut where they lived. They ate supper and worked in the garden and went to sleep. It was always the same. Then Thomas and I had an idea that changed everything. Let's make a doll-sized man, he said. It would be fun to make, and we could just put it in the garden and scare away birds. Immediately it sounds like they're going to bang this thing. So they bang Harold to life, theoretically. It should look like Harold, Alfred said. Super fucking creepy. Harold was a farmer they both hated. So they're making a doll of this dude who they fucking hate.
Yeah.
They made the doll out of old sacks stuffed with straw. They gave it a pointy nose like Harold's and tiny eyes like his. Then they added dark hair and twisted frown, and of course they also gave it Harold's name. That is terrifying. Each morning on their way to the pasture, they tied Harold to a pole in the garden to scare away the birds, and each night they brought him inside so he wouldn't get ruined if it rained. When they were feeling playful, they would talk to him. One of them might say, "How are the vegetables growing today, Harold?" The other, making believe he was Harold, would answer in a crazy voice, "Very slowly." They both would laugh, but not Harold. Whenever something went wrong, they took it out on Harold. They would curse at him, even kick him or punch him. Sometimes one of them would take the food they were eating, which they both were sick of, and smear it all over the doll's face. "How do you like that stew, Harold?" he would ask. "Well, you'd better eat it or else." Then the two men would howl with laughter. One night after Thomas had wiped Harold's face with food, Harold grunted. "Did you hear that?" Alfred asked. "It was Harold," Thomas said. "I was watching him when it happened. I can't believe it." "How could he grunt?" Alfred asked. "He's just a sack of straw. It's not possible." "Let's throw him in the fire," said Thomas, "and that will be that." "Let's not do anything stupid," said Alfred. "We don't know what's going on. When we move the cows down, we'll leave him behind. For now, let's just keep an eye on him." So they left Harold sitting in the corner of the hut. They didn't talk to him or take him outside anymore. Now and then the doll grunted, but that was all. After a few days, they decided there was nothing to be afraid of. Maybe a mouse or insect had gone inside Harold and were making those sounds. So Thomas and Alfred went back to their old ways. Each morning they put Harold out in the garden, and each night they brought him into the hut. When they felt playful, they joked with him. When they felt mean, they treated him as badly as ever. Then one night, Alfred noticed something that frightened him. Harold was growing, he said. I was thinking the same thing, Thomas said. "Maybe it's just our imagination," Alfred replied. "We have been up here in the mountains too long." The next morning they were eating. Harold stood up and walked out of the hut. He climbed on the roof and trotted back and forth like a horse on hind legs. All day and all night he trotted like that. In the morning, Harold climbed down and stood in a far corner of the pasture. The men had no idea what he would do next. They were afraid. Holy shit. They decided to take the cows down into the valley that same day. When they left, Harold was nowhere in sight. They felt as if they had escaped a great danger and began joking and singing. But when they had gone only a mile or two, they realized they had forgotten to bring the milking stools. Neither one wanted to go back for them, but the stools would cost a lot to replace. "There really is nothing to be afraid of," they told each other. After all, what could a doll do? They drew straws to see which one would go back. It was Thomas. I'll catch up with you, he said, and Alfred walked on toward the valley. When Alfred came to a rise in the path, he looked back for Thomas. He did not see him anywhere, but he did see Harold. The doll was on the roof of the hut again. Alfred watched. Harold kneeled and stretched out a bloody skin to dry in the sun.
Damn.
Gnarly. I gotta say, Harold's way scarier. Way scarier.
Hope we just get to see them trotting around on the roof.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing that I can tell you, like, you can tell in the trailer, the whole thing with them coming out of the stories, that's gonna fuck it up. Because they're not gonna be independent stories, they're gonna be like coming out of the book, like Goosebumps. I don't like that.
I told you.
Like going in, I'm already at like a 6. And I don't know if I want it to be a haunted house, to be honest with you. There's the twist of the season. Now, what I do propose is this. We have a backup plan tonight because we have extra time to talk about it.
Yeah.
I propose one of 2 backup houses that will get the haunted house if this movie is fucking hot garbage. So I want to make something very clear. If this movie is even remotely good, if this movie is a 6 out of 10, it automatically is like way higher consideration for a haunted house because it is the first nomination we have to consider.
Yeah.
But if we say no to this movie, we have to say yes to one of the 2 propositions, okay? A haunted mansion house. Disney's Haunted Mansion, fabricated as a walkthrough experience, but dark. Del Toro dark, if you know
Why
what I'm
would you
saying.
throw that out?
Huh?
Now you're just making me want to say no to scary stories to tell in the dark.
No, but you have to, if you have to be honest, like if you like scary stories to tell in the dark, you have to say yes.
Okay. But even if it's good, doesn't mean it would make a good name.
Or a Hulu Into the Dark compilation house.
Shit.
So Puka, Down, All That We Destroy, Culture Shock, The Body, all those films compilation house piled up for one mega house.
Even Treehouse.
So there you go. Treehouse fucking sucked, by the way.
You didn't like that one?
I was so disappointed.
Well, it's funny because
Oh,
sometimes
School
notice-
Spirit. You can't tell me that fucking thing.
I haven't watched that one yet.
Yeah, watch that one. That's got fucking Halloween Horror Nights written all over
Really?
it. Fucking stupid ass costume. It's like, it's fucking,
Like Scream Queens.
no. Well, what's the Happy Death Day one?
Oh yeah.
All you have to do is do Happy Death Day with the different costume. Stupid. But, so you have that possibility. Into the Dark, a haunted mansion maze, or a Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark maze. I can tell you right now, if Scary Stories is good, this is what I want. I want my front of the maze to be Harold's cornfield. So I want to start outside.
We haven't seen the movie yet.
No, I'm just telling you.
What if it starts differently?
I don't.
What if we have to start in the room where they open the book and they start reading the story?
I don't want to do that.
It's been done, all right? It's been done.
Goosebumps.
Yeah, I don't want to do that shit. Just
if Harold pops out of the book, what are you gonna do?
if Harold pops out of a
If he
book,
like comes out of the book physically.
so it's like a huge, oversized book.
No, if it's like the book and he comes out of it like Goosebumps style, where he manifests out of the
Oh, you mean in the movie? He CGI's out of the book?
yeah.
It's so fucking stupid.
Hey, but only if you do the maze and you do it with the book, and you have to do it at the very beginning. You have to go,
Have like
the theme for the Goosebumps TV series.
Maybe that's why that person made that picture. Maybe somebody made a picture where it's Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, like art, but it says Goosebumps underneath.
Oh shit.
Dude, actually, you know it'd be
Maybe they're making fun of
a
it.
dope way to do like the mazes. A dope way to do the mazes for like a scare factor, and it would be a really cool way to do it. If you could get somebody to artistically draw what the picture would have been from the book, but make it like a hollow wall and like do somebody like in black and white painting to make it look like it's just an artwork, and then they jump out and scare people.
If the whole maze was like the black and white with like the pops of like the red and the blues, and stuff,
That shit would work.
that would be fucking awesome.
Because you
That'd be
could
pretty
do
cool.
somebody like that in black and white and then just have them jump out. I've got good ideas. It's just getting them out is the hard part.
What is it?
All the rest of Disneyland attractions are falling apart.
Matterhorn bobsleds, mountainside breaks loose, forcing partial closure.
So a bedroom door-sized chunk of the rock wall fell off.
Yeah, but they redo those
Jesus
all the time.
Christ.
Well, I still find it funny that they're like, oh, I can't believe it's so dead in Disneyland. It's because half the people couldn't go. Half the annual pass.
Yeah, people are blocked out. It was busy when we went. When we were there.
We got through it in half a day.
By the way, the best drink that you can get at Oga's Cantina, the Champion now, go in the morning and get the Bloody Rancor. It's a hella good Bloody Mary for like $9.
We didn't even get it.
Telling you this right now, I'm not gonna wait to go into that bar.
You don't have to. You just go. Yeah.
Not when we were there.
I thought it's only reservation.
They said it was only reservation.
No, you can just like, you walk up and you say, I want a reservation. And they were like, come back in 10 minutes. Okay.
Not when we were there. It was like a 4-hour long wait.
Oh, damn.
I was like, I'm good. I'll just go get some blue milk out here. I'm good. Have a nice day. The blue milk's pretty good
They're
though.
like, I will go across the way to.
Well, you know what's really shady is so in Disney World though, they're not going to be stupid like they were in Disneyland, because the only way in Disneyland you can get alcoholic beverages are at the cantina. Now in Disney World, at the Docking Bay 7 and at the Brontosaurus place, where you can get the wraps, they're going to have alcohol. They're going to have the drinks that are in the cantina. They're going to have them there.
Oh, shit. Good call.
Yeah, because that's Florida. They don't really have the same premise as Disneyland's had, where no alcohol policy.
I thought the blue milk sucked.
I thought it was okay. It was refreshing.
It was not.
I couldn't drink a big one.
No, I couldn't drink. We split one. I couldn't do. No, because I mean, it's like drinking a fucking Slurpee,
Yeah.
Milky.
but a milky Slurpee.
Yeah. The butterbeer is way better. But I think Docking Bay 7 is better than the restaurant in Harry Potter. So, like, the Harry Potter snacks better than Star Wars. But the Star Wars, like, actual, like, if you're going to eat, I think is better than Harry Potter.
Is that like the Hondo wrap or whatever?
Yeah.
The food is genuinely better.
The breakfast one I lived in.
We had both. We went back for both. There's no one there.
To be honest with you, the food quality is better in Disneyland than it is in Universal.
Overall, as a whole, yeah, I would say you're right. But out of those two, the Hulu or Haunted Mansion, which one would you choose?
I think I would go with Haunted Mansion.
Are we talking
Danielle?
Disney Haunted Mansion?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah, Haunted Mansion.
Danielle, Into the Dark series on Hulu or Haunted Mansion?
I really like Puka, but I have to go with Haunted. And I know Puka didn't want it, right?
What's up?
Puka was in like in that.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that, but of course Haunted.
There'll be a time for Puka to get its own race.
Did you say Into the Dark? Wasn't that a movie?
It's a series of
It's a
films.
Hulu series. Every month they're coming out with a horror movie
Oh, I was trying to
based
think.
on a holiday, like for every month.
I was trying to think. What was the one that had? Was it Bill Pullman? No, not Bill Pullman.
Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about.
It's Near Dark. Near Dark. That's the one where like
I
his.
see it Alone in the Dark. I think
No,
Alone in the Dark.
You got the sexual
The one that
harassment.
has like the dude's face is like I can't remember. He passed away
Yeah,
recently.
bro, you can't be fucking around like that. That's how you're gonna get it. I can't bail you out of
I think
jail.
it's Near Dark.
Wasn't me.
Yeah, Bill Paxton was in it.
Hello.
I think it was Near Dark.
Rick, what is your expectations to tonight?
I haven't seen any of the trailers. I have no idea.
So, Rick, what would you predict your score for this would be?
Do you ever read any of the books?
All of a sudden, the other.
Like when you were 6.
No, my kids did. And I've read them to my kids. Some of them are pretty good. Some of them are pretty creepy too.
Yeah, we read a few of them. I forgot how twisted they really were.
I just now realized that when you said that was part of the book. Okay.
So here are the scores for our other sister show that is taking off right now, The Board, when we predict scores and then we go back later and we talk about what we gave it, compare that to normal. The roundtable that hosts that show, the numbers are 81, 67, 45, and 35 for an average score of 57. So the board roundtable, the board panel, Rick, predicting that this movie is gonna suck. Do you agree with the board, or do you have more of a feeling of the our group, the Campfire crew?
You know, like
Is it a bunch of short stories or one giant story?
I think it's one giant story.
the new ride, you kind of try to make them a cool way.
Yeah.
Before you answer, Danielle. So our sister show, the other group, the board, they collectively, the average that they are predicting for this film is a 57. I think our general feel on this roundtable is like an 85. What is your feeling? What are you predicting? 1 out of 100. What do you think when we leave? You're gonna think that it was a
66.
You're saying 66, right?
I really want to give it an 8 just because.
Okay, no, that's fair. John, predict what you will be giving this film. These are the discussions, by the way. Yeah, out of 100. By the way, though, I just want you guys to anticipate already how we're talking about this. This is like our SummerSlam moment, this film. That's why we're doing like this pre-show shit, like these conversations.
Yeah.
We're gonna start even earlier, the season finale. We're gonna talk so much fucking shit before that movie. It's gonna be unbelievable. At Cool Hand Luke's, our last.
Are we talking shit about the movie?
No, just like bullshit like this. What are we like? If it was a fucking boxer, would it be able to beat Conor McGregor? That fuck. Like I don't know. Fuck. But that is September 5th, Thursday night, season finale at Campfire Chronicles. We will have a alternative house that if we say no to it, just like if we say no to this one, there will be an alternative house that we will talk about after it if we're not talking about it having the final spot, whether that spot be an icon spot.
Yeah. Did Charlie's pick make it?
Yeah.
Did you guys decide on it?
Haunted house. Tuesday we will do A-Legged Freaks for John and I, which I can tell you right now it better be a fucking scare zone. Then next week, so not Tuesday, a week from Tuesday, Danielle's pick. What did you say? What one? Puppet Master, that's right. So there's that, which I know Andrew wanted Puppet Master too. The other thing that we're gonna have coming up October 4th. Well, even before that, tomorrow upon the airing of this, Child's Play at the State Theater. We got Carrie at the State Theater in 2 weeks. Another week after that, we got Ready or Not at the State Theater. September 13th, Friday the 13th at the State Theater. We can now say on podcasts and live. October 4th, one night only, an event you will not want to miss. 3 from Hell at the State Theater. We will be dressed up as the 3 from Hell, Otis, Baby, and Spalding in full cosplay. I just ordered my cosplay from Britain. It's on its way here. Spalding, Rick will be Otis, Nicole will be Baby. We're gonna have Tutti fucking Fruity we're gonna hand out to people. We're gonna have a lot of fucking fun. The new game, Jimmy's Horror Chest, that we're doing, I'm telling you right now, the prizes that are part of that just got severely upgraded. Shout out to Emma Crone for hooking us up, allowing us to update what we give out to you guys so more of you come out and want to participate on our show. And then October 30th, we're doing Halloween. And then in November, we'll be back here at Regal. Whole point, September 5th, the last time we will be at Galaxy, unless it's something like super awesome that we want to see in IMAX or DFX. If it's something like epic, like if we ever did a Star Wars thing, it would be in the DFX theater at Galaxy. If we ever did like a Harry Potter, like anything like that it's like it's got to be like the best fucking theater to watch a movie, and I can see it's going back to Galaxy. But otherwise, the Regal Unlimited is too good to pass up. I've already used it so much. It's fucking unbelievably easy. It's unbelievably convenient, and it's unbelievably like easy to make your money back. $20 a month, you can go to any movie as many times as you want. You can have up to 3 tickets advance bookings, and then as soon as like one rolls off, you can book again to have like, so it keeps rolling over.
So if you want to get like a ticket in a week in advance,
metaphor, like you could presumably have 3 tickets reserved all the time.
That's awesome.
You can see multiple movies in a day.
Wow.
And you have 10% off all concessions. Like,
I mean,
and then if you buy shit, so their point system's weird. Like,
it's not a point.
if you want to get points, so their points, you need a lot more points to get a free ticket.
Yeah.
Every cent is a point, and you need like 18,000 points to get a free ticket. You need like $180 to have a free ticket.
Yeah, but you can spend that pretty quick at concessions.
Yeah.
Well,
But
do you get points for
if
the
you
movie ticket?
if you do it online, it charges you 50 cents, so you get 50 points. So it's just kind of like, what do you want to? Do you want the points? Then book it on your app and try to like get that free ticket.
Yeah.
So, but so far, yeah, Regal Unlimited. Hey man, like, let's work some shit out. Let's hyperlink us on your fucking website, Regal, and we'll continue to do commercials just like that.
That's right.
I mean, tonight. So, what did you say?
Yes.
You're predicting this movie tonight, Scary Stories. Danielle saying 80. Rick saying 66. John saying...
I'm going to say 50.
Fuck.
Just because, I mean, before with it being a Guillermo del Toro film, it would have been like, oh yeah, you know, all in. But after Crimson Peak, it's kind of like...
Yeah, I watched that. That movie was boring. And you know what's sad is the trailer was really good.
Yeah.
And then the movie sucked.
I think it's one of those things where, because he's always been so good with the practical effects, and that movie was almost over CGI'd.
And so that's my little bit of concern with this film is from the trailers I've seen, like one trailer, it was like all practical, then the second trailer was like all CGI stuff. So
That's why I'm 50-50 on it. So that's why I'll wait and see.
Biggest Guillermo del Toro.
So you're
letdown
literally
for me,
saying 50.
Haunted Mansion. Wish they would have brought it out.
What are you saying, Ashley?
50, because I really don't care either way.
Damn.
That's elementary. You're kidding me. That's my phone.
Drew?
What, the score?
Yes.
Based on the trailer, I'll give it like a 60, whatever you call it.
Based on the trailer, not too high, but I'm reading about it right now, and I think it's gonna be better than Chucky. So I'm giving it like an 8.5.
Damn. Okay. So it would still be closer to what the board's panel predicted. Again, the board's overall prediction was a 57. We're pretty close to that prediction as well. There's some optimism. Danielle definitely hoping against hope that's it's going to be awesome. Rick has a look on his face right now that he thinks that it could be really fucking good, but he's not gonna like. He doesn't care.
Still haven't seen the
Hey,
trailer.
wasn't he supposed to do Haunted Mansion?
I know it won't fucking play it. I got him not to tell you.
He's just kept putting it back because of all the other projects he keeps having.
Well, that and then Disney's making a shit ton of money anyways on Marvel, so.
This article
A lot
on
of
Rolling
us, he was
Stone
waiting
says it's training wheels
Because
for
John
done right.
Favreau was supposed to be doing the movie
Training Wheels what?
Magic Kingdom,
For done
Yeah.
right.
which is like a whole Disney After Dark type of thing.
Training wheels
And so
for
he was
done
waiting
right.
for both of them to kind of
Which
work
means
at the same time.
It has the potential to be like a really good Nickelodeon horror movie.
Goosebumps?
Dude, fuck Goosebumps. That movie sucks.
Yeah, it's pretty much been shelved.
So I hope it's better than
Both of them are
Goosebumps.
shelved.
Because piss on
Because I
Goosebumps.
think
That
they
movie
did
is garbage.
Tomorrowland.
I actually
That-
enjoyed Tomorrow.
I enjoyed that too, but I think that was like one of the last like
Goosebumps.
attraction things that just
Goosebumps was
jumped
literally
for them.
Which one?
the manifestation of every
I
90s
thought
kid
it was good.
being
Yeah, I
told
enjoyed
like,
it,
hey,
but I
do
think-
you
I
remember
thought
this
John
thing that
Carter
you
was
fucking
terrible.
loved?
Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and like materialize it for you to
So I
like
think
enjoy the
with
fuck
Jungle
out
Cruise
of it.
coming out, they're gonna see how
Just
that
kidding,
goes.
we're gonna shit all over it.
Oh, yeah, but it's The Rock, so it's
Like, that's what fucking
Well,
Goosebumps
the
was.
problem with
dog.
that is I feel like
I
you just
hope
watch
that it's
Jumanji,
not that.
And Jumanji 2's coming out.
That's
They're-
super
they're gonna
depressing
Just
to
be like,
think that it would be.
why isn't this Jumanji?
Goosebumps.
But I mean, to be honest, with you,
terrible.
like
And they made another one.
I want them to redo the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, the Eddie Murphy one wasn't terrible, and what's her name that played Madame Leanne?
What's another story you want to hear, Danielle?
Yeah, she did a good.
Story?
Yeah.
Like the one that's going to be in the movie? Or
Yeah.
the dream is in there?
Oh, the dream. That's the fat chick.
The red
Oh,
dog.
the red spot.
Oh yeah, the red
It's a
spot.
super short if you want to.
Is that like the black spot?
So I'm pretty sure they're going to expand in the movie with that. 'cause
Yeah, it's
like
gonna be
a really
fucking
short
disgusting.
story.
Yeah.
The red spot. While Ruth slept, a spider crawled across her face. It stopped several minutes on her left cheek, then went on its way. What is the red spot on my cheek? She asked her mother the next morning. It looks like a spider bite, her mother said. It will go away, don't scratch it. Soon the small red dot grew into a small red boil. Look at it now, Ruth said. It's getting bigger. It's sore. That sometimes happens, her mother said. It's coming to a head.
It's coming to a head.
In a few days, the boil was even bigger. Look at it now, Ruth said. It hurts and it's ugly. We'll have the doctor look at it, her mother said. Maybe it's infected, but the doctor could not see Ruth until the next day. That night, Ruth took a hot bath. As she soaked herself, the boil burst. Out poured a swarm of tiny spiders from their eggs their mother had laid on her cheek. That's fucking rough.
That's the end of the story, isn't it?
That's
Yeah,
rough.
it's gonna be. That was like the one that I watched the trailer, and it was in the trailer, and I'm just like, yeah, it looks pretty hokey in CG.
Knowing that story, Rick,
know that,
is
right?
in the movie, does that
It
make you
didn't-
raise
it
your
didn't look that
your
great.
number?
The representation. I hope it. looks
60s to 70s, I think it'll be. It won't be a great movie, but it'll be good.
Would you want it to be a haunted house? What you want if you were going to go to a Halloween attraction? And do you think it's a movie you would want to
With all the different characters those stories have, yeah, it would be a good house.
with your score of the film, John? Do you think that this is going to be a thing that you would want it to be a haunted house?
I don't know. It's hard to say. I guess from the trailer, it's really difficult to see like environments that would really stick out for a haunted house. I mean, characters, absolutely. I mean, it could be an awful movie, but if they got enough great characters that would be terrifying to see in person, then yeah. But
would you say a scare zone?
Depending
could that be
on
like the twist of the year? This ending up being a scare zone.
It could possibly.
Damn.
Could be a whole cornfield basically, and Harold could be the main star of it.
Damn, it could be the main scare zone. Holy shit. Damn. Throw that.
I like to get Jimmy excited.
Holy shit.
Throw that on the fucking teleprompter right now. Will tonight end with it being a fucking scare zone? What? I mean, that's a huge twist. The scare zone's being done with Alien Freaks Tuesday, like a heavy favorite to be a scare zone. And this is a scare zone.
Holy shit.
And then we're down to fucking mazes. Holy shit.
Hey, you watching
Rick,
the trailer?
unbelievable.
Huh?
He's watching the trailer.
Oh.
Trying to, their freaking service sucks.
Yeah, the internet.
Connected to the Wi-Fi. It doesn't
The
suck
internet.
in.
The internet is terrible here.
Why?
Yeah, it's like Goosebumps.
Dude, stop saying that, dog. Like, why?
I got it too, sort of.
She's like,
Damn, I'm watching it twice right now. It's like being in line for a theme park ride.
Yeah. I really wanted them to do a better animation.
Ashley, do you think you would want this to be a maze?
I'm not answering that question until I see the movie.
She said negative, Ghost Rider.
Drew?
I pretty much have the same answer. You can't really know until you see how they actually incorporate it to do the scare. Because I mean, you can make a scare out of anything, but it has to work with what you're trying to do. If that makes sense.
I think it would be cool to take a spin on it with folklore. I mean,
Yeah.
the idea of this being folklore stories and yes, scary stories that you tell in the dark, but not necessarily theirs, but some variation for just jump out in mazes or something.
Did they do an Urban Legends haunt house?
Have they done a Urban Legends horror movie? Yeah.
No, haunted house.
Oh, no. That'd be a good one to do. Yeah.
Like they did like a whole 90s thing where it was like Scream, Urban Legends.
When they done Scream?
Not really.
Not really.
It was part of Terror Tram, and I still want to count that.
One of the best haunted houses I've ever been in was, so my summer camp I used to go to as a kid did themes, and we thought the week was going to be like a horror theme, Scream theme. Well, so it'd be like an event would happen, like a haunted house or something. Well, the day before, or the day of, the director fakes a fight with his co-director, and they announce that they can't do the Scream thing because the parent complained. And so they tell us that, and the kids are pissed, and the staff is super disappointed, and it's just like this gross feeling, and we're like 12, 13 years old, and we're freaking out. And they say it's going to be a Pocahontas theme.
Doesn't have Jack Black in it.
Pocahontas theme.
Oh God.
Seems corny.
And we're the last group to go because we're the oldest. It's right before we start being counselors and
still
training.
recording?
Yeah.
I think they've heard this story like 8 times.
Huh? Dude, I'm telling it again. It's a good story. So we're the last to go, and John Smith is the camp director, so he's like super depressed saying his lines. And we come to this hill, and Miko's at the top of this hill with Pocahontas, and he runs away, and Miko says, or Pocahontas goes and runs to catch Miko, and then you hear a blood-curdling scream, and Ghostface comes up on the top of the hill with like body parts of Pocahontas. And it starts like an hour-long Scream experience.
Nice.
It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, if they did Scream, Urban Legends, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, or I Know What You Did Last Summer. Like, kind of took, like, Faculty.
What other 90s were there?
The Faculty
I know Urban
would be a cool
Legend
one.
was 90s. Faculty, I would prefer not. That movie was...
You don't like it?
What was that?
It's like a 90s all-star cast right there.
Yeah, I mean...
Who was the guy that ended up being like a bad person instead of a creepy old man? And driving in the car. The one with the kid.
Jeepers Creepers?
Yeah.
Jeepers Creepers.
I like the first one.
I like the first one more than the second.
Kind of just got old after the second, the third.
Well, I didn't like that he ended up being some like
I mean,
alien
what,
thing instead of a
what
creepy old
90s
person.
horror is like the staple of the 90s? I mean, you can
Scream
still...
is the staple.
Well,
It's
that
the-
and then
yeah, it's
Nightmare on Elm
Ghostface.
Street was still in the 90s as well.
Yeah, but it's still
Wasn't
it's
as good.
Ghostface.
Freddy's dead. I mean, that was pretty
Ghostface?
fucking hilarious.
I mean, Ghostface brought back horror.
Yeah.
That film really resurrected.
Or
The
you could one
slasher.
could say Wes Craven brought back horror because that's who
No, but it was Ghostface, man. Like that
Yeah, it was
movie.
Ghostface.
That movie, people like were buying horror Halloween costumes again, and there was The Voice, and that like brought back the horror
It
genre.
rejuvenated the whole slasher film.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
that's,
creepy phone calls.
yeah.
Baby, or being home alone and having a creepy phone call. Having someone
you
stalk
didn't
you.
see Scream?
I've seen it. I just wasn't like, I love it.
Like the first one,
Huh.
first one was
Danielle-
The first one was probably the best one of the series. It
No, you,
progressively
like-
got worse as it went
It's
on.
not that you're weird, but you like.
Somebody
That's,
saying-
that's kind of most
You-
of them.
Yeah, but like literally, I think you like
was really good.
like
Two,
6% of what we
I
watch
like
on
it
this fucking
for
show.
What it was,
Like
but
every
by far the
every
best
get
one
together,
is Dream
the
Warriors.
odds of
Yeah, I like
Danielle
three. And
liking
then
a
after that, then I
film
feel like it starts to
are like
Dream
5
Master's
to
okay.
10%. And tonight
Dream Child was-
she's thrown out an 80. It's monumental.
Freddy's dead.
And usually she's throwing
Just
out
because he
like
had the power glove.
15 to 20s.
He had the power glove. Come on. You know what's really funny?
What would you?
In Dream
What are
Child,
you expecting it to be?
The kid that played his
Well,
her
I don't
child.
like clowns. But
My brother actually acted with
I
that
saw
dude.
the first one.
Oh, he did?
I did turn my head.
You ever
Like,
hear of a William
times.
Friedkin
And
movie
it was
called
good,
Rampage?
And I liked it. So I'm pretty
Wait,
sure it's gonna be.
the one that just came
I'm
out?
expecting
No.
it to be good. I would.
It's an
I would
old
give it like an 8.
movie that was based on a serial killer that
I think it'll be pretty
went
good.
around.
So
and
just
killed
as
people in
good
Sacramento.
as tonight?
Michael Bean was in it.
Do you think it'd be better than tonight?
You know who Michael
I
Bean
don't
is,
know.
right?
See, because I have
Rick,
like.
Wait,
a
John
solid
Reese,
yes.
should be.
Immediately.
It better be.
Oh, okay.
It
The
should be.
guy that
Yeah,
got
see, my
Sarah
thing
Connor.
is
Yeah, yeah.
I have like my attachment
Yeah,
to like
my brother was in that film. He, well,
like emotional attachment.
he had like
to
one
things
line
that. I
that
grew up
Yeah.
with this
No,
story,
for
so
sure.
I'm like,
because he was dead.
you know, so that's a little different.
But
And
yeah.
I
Sure.
hate clowns. So.
And it was directed by William
Right.
Friedkin. The Exorcist.
Yeah.
Is
And it
do
fucking
you
went
consider
bankrupt.
it to be a sequel or just
The only fucking movie. You know, it's like
Continuation
really
of the first one.
Friedkin, but
I mean, it's part 2. It's a sequel.
you should try and find it.
Chapter 2, part 2, whatever you want to call it.
I'll try to see if I can pull up my code.
He gets his.
I can tell you one thing.
25
One
cent
thing
check.
about Regal is you will see like 25 fucking movie trailers before this fucking movie tonight.
What are the movie trailers? Name them off.
Rise of Skywalker,
yeah?
It Chapter 2.
I definitely would say chapter 2.
So that's when I'll go to the bathroom.
I'm
What
gonna
else?
highly doubt. I'm gonna curb that and say I bet you Rise of Skywalker is not there.
I don't think it would. You never know, though.
No, the reason it's not gonna be there is because
PG-13, Gemini Man, the
Yeah.
Will Smith blockbuster from Ang Lee, young Will Smith versus Will Smith. Dude, he like whips around the fucking dirt bike. Did you see Hobbs and Shaw yet?
I did. That was a pretty good movie.
That was pretty
It
good.
was just pure shenanigans. That's all.
Shalita,
It's like Expendables.
Shalita had a great commentary
this is
where he
this-
said the
this is
next
what you want.
Transformers movie
action
should be a Hobbs and Shaw movie. So if you had Decepticons and Autobots in Hobbs and Shaw, which, spoiler alert, you pretty much do anyway,
Yeah,
it would be
They build on the
it would
vehicles.
pretty much be a solid movie. And like you can't hate that movie, Hobbs and Shaw.
I really hope they.
Like the plot is so
Transformers
fucking
better now.
stupid that
Hey, they got Black Superman.
it's literally written by
The
like
Rock
a
was
5-year-old, maybe like a 3-year-old.
I hate to tell you this though.
And the
it's
lines.
It's exactly what I expected. When I went in there expecting pure shenanigans, and that's what I got, and I was happy about it.
The lines are so stupid. They're literally written by like a 25-year-old man.
Oh, yeah.
You're stupid. Screw you. Like, get the fuck out of here, dog.
Like,
But
like
all the-
insults to make kids laugh.
But all the action and shit makes it too much fun to hate.
It's true.
The Rock
The
literally,
demographic was for kids.
The Rock literally curls a helicopter.
It's like us talking shit to each other.
He curls a helicopter.
Anybody here see Lion King?
So the Lion King.
We did. It was. I mean, I don't know. What'd you think, Jimmy?
I enjoyed it.
It was. Yeah,
It's
but-
a beautiful movie.
Okay, yeah, but did it have the gravitas of the original? No. The gravitas, like the emotional connect just wasn't there. I didn't feel like.
Can You Feel the Love Tonight takes place during the day.
They literally bang.
Is that right?
Yeah.
They bang.
Yeah.
Hey, wait. If it makes you feel any better,
Full-on lion,
like
lion in action.
even James Earl Jones, like wasn't even in it. Like he wasn't in it. Like like he was in it, but he wasn't
there.
in it.
James Earl Jones is not in it anymore. He's getting pretty tired.
Like I
What they should have done with James Earl Jones is literally just taken the audio from the original
and just put it on.
and
there.
just put it on
But
the
then why
fucking
even
line.
make the new movie?
Why make it? Why make it, John? They're making a live-action Great Mouse Detective for Christ's sakes.
No, they're not.
They are.
No.
I mean, I
Please,
like the
God,
cartoon,
no.
but
Stuart
why?
Little? Yeah.
Well, that's like
Dude.
them wanting to do a live action Lilo and Stitch. Like,
Well, they just
Great Mouse
they're doing a
Detective.
live action Lady and the Tramp.
they talked about doing a live action Nightmare Before Christmas, which I think is the dumbest thing
That
ever.
is the dumbest idea. They won't do it. I don't think that's stupid.
Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah. I mean,
No, they are, and
I
it's
know.
funny, and you know
They're doing a live
where it's
action of
going.
Everything.
I like Tramp. He looks like a tramp. I like him. I'm on pet him.
But here's the funny thing. Guess what it's doing though? That's going to be the release movie for Disney Plus.
Kids will like it.
Yeah.
I'm with the Mandalorian.
Oh, I'm going to get Disney Plus because I want to watch the
I
Star
want to
Wars
watch the Star Wars and Marvel stuff.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. Well, did you hear? For $12.99, you can throw in Hulu and ESPN Plus. For $12.99, and you get 3 fucking. But I don't think you get the Hulu with no ads though. That's the problem.
I will keep Netflix for Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Why? Stranger Things is ending next season.
Yeah, I'll keep it until I see the end of Stranger
I'll
Things.
still keep it. There's a bunch of stuff on Netflix we're still trying to watch.
Oh, if you
So
want
far
a
behind.
good show to watch, we just watched through season 1. It's called, was it In the Dark?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was a pretty good show. About a blind chick that is trying to solve a murder of a friend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like it was on the CW, and I think it only got 2 seasons, but it was actually really good, surprisingly.
See Glow season 3.
We'll be back.
It's awesome.
Justin Crone.
3 times. Did you watch it 3 times?
The whole
I started
series?
the 4th. Yeah, I don't see.
Oh my God, Crone watching the place 4 times before we start school.
No, I'm on that show. I watched it the whole way through the first day. Sorry to just.
We're watching
Jesus
episode
Christ.
8 just about.
That's like Stranger Things, dude.
Huh?
Yeah.
Crone, your prediction going
Did you
in
guys see Brightburn?
for this film?
No,
35.
Is it so?
No, I'm sorry, that was Emma. You're 45.
It's kind of like a
Yes.
superhero.
I was real hesitant,
What is
wasn't I?
that?
Yes.
Because the last trailer I thought
The one with the guy
was really
with the
good.
So do you want to stay with your 45?
Like adopted kids or something.
I'm gonna bump it to 70.
Holy shit, 70.
Like,
So this film
it
has
was
some-
a series.
Right, will you start watching?
Low expectations.
Yeah.
I don't.
That's what Hobbs and Shaw Chrome.
It's like gonna be goosebumps.
Hobbs and Shaw Chrome gave a 44 going in and ended up doing like an 87.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe mine's animated.
I got some breaking news. Fan-wise, the average score for Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, Rick, 6.2.
Holy shit. That's a pretty high score for this movie, though.
Critically, an 80. So yeah, Rick, an 80% critically. People predicting it to be the sleeper of the year, right up there with La Lorena.
I watched the trailer and I don't see it happening.
If you don't turn them on, it's not.
So you think it will be dramatically better?
Yes.
I think that some of the hills.
Yeah, I think it will be the horror movie of the year.
Do you think it will be the movie of the year?
Horror movie of the year, yeah.
Overall movie of the year versus Avengers Endgame or Star Wars Rise of Skywalker?
I just picked mine out.
You don't think it has enough to be either one of those?
There's some YouTube videos on that.
Interesting.
Too
All
much of
right.
a following for those two.
Well, all you have to do is just pull the stuff.
We'll continue with our coverage of Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. It's a very split reaction headed in, but the critics have spoken. It's an 8 out of 10 critically, a 6.2 fan-wise. Right in between, we're looking the look on John's face is perfect. We're looking at about 7.3 if you split the difference. Way better than what we predicted on the Horrific Network. Okay, Rick, we're like now 6. We're now 16. We're now 16 minutes away.
Find their class and pick up their entire list and store delivered to your door.
So, Rick, your first oh my God, your first impression of Regal's Theater.
I haven't been here since I was a kid, but it looks good. I like it.
Supplies
We're
for
like
50 cents for every school
Reclining
list.
seats, big screen.
$20 a month for Regal Unlimited versus $13 a time at Galaxy.
We've hit an ugly bump. We're gonna do something.
It's going to allow us to do a whole lot more meetups like these, and the first one back here after haunt season will be Doctor Strange, the sequel to The Shining. Pretty creepy.
My boys, they have no connection.
Not a whole lot of people in here, Rick.
I buried it for a reason.
I guess.
I don't.
John, we're about 3/4 of the way through. And this movie so far, not very good.
You weren't kidding.
I'll do it when
It's pretty slow right now, no question. Well, Rick, it's over. Rick is so done. My first reaction, Rick, this movie was not very good, bro.
The last 30 minutes, maybe, but no. You could have made a 30-minute short and it would have been
Take it
great.
easy, man. This, too much talk, not enough action. John.
Dude, the kids are so weird. Like, they're like overreacting at weird shit, then they're like underreacting for other stuff.
Must be the season of the wind.
Right now, it's just like, we're like superheroes now.
Yeah, they're like hella hyping it up for a sequel. It's like, no. No sequels. Just let it die. Crone, come over here.
Dropping stuff.
Danielle, I'm sorry. That was kind of disappointing. The creatures were cool, but there's too much talking. Very slow. Ashley looks like she's just over it completely. I like fell asleep twice. I fell asleep twice. I'm like, dude, like, what are we doing? Crone, did you like it?
I'm gonna go 90.
You're gonna go 90%? Holy shit. Why?
It was better than I expected. The lady next to me, to the right of me, kept jumping. Like, I thought it was a good movie. They told the story well, and they stitched it together. A little bit of the teenage ending there, but I won't give it away. But you know, the kind of the happily ever after. But I liked it.
I hated it.
You hated it?
Hated it.
Oh, I liked it. I've got to disagree with you on this. I thought maybe not goosebumpy, not full-blown gore terror, but a good creepy story.
They were creepy. I will say they were creepy. But I don't know.
I think it taps into the nostalgia factor. Goes back to when I was about that age, a little younger.
Yeah.
Kind of the first foray into it, sitting around telling scary stories and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I liked it.
Do you want to see it as a haunted house?
Yeah, I think it's got potential.
Damn. So there's one haunted house. Rick, would you say haunted house?
The characters, the creepy characters, yeah. I would say so, yeah.
John, should it be a haunted house with the character design that we saw in this film?
No, not with the 5 characters in the 5 rooms.
Danielle,
No.
That fat, creepy.
you said no.
No. I mean, yeah, like what John just said. Not enough. Not enough, I think, to watch.
Maggie, if you were going to go to a haunted house, would you want to see one based on this movie?
It'd be super scary, but the lack of characters, I guess, is a good point. Obviously, they're setting this up for a sequel, so maybe after the second one comes out.
Let's talk about that setup. Because we'll be ready.
Ashley, would you want to see a haunted house? So, sadly, it's a no for a haunted house. It's a tough decision because the characters looked really scary, but we need more characters.
Well, I mean, if you get the family in there too, there might be more to work with. Like there's a creepy lady, there's the shitty brothers.
I will say that jangly.
Okay, so you've got the asylum portion of it, you've got the house portion, and then you've got all the characters, and you've got the corn maze, and you've got some real fertile stuff.
Yeah.
Damn, the corn maze is dope too.
Yeah, that would be fucking terrifying. So actually, there's more to work with, I think.
Yeah, I think.
Say yeah.
I'm gonna say yeah. Yeah, let them have their maze. Fuck it. Danielle, you get whatever. Scary stories. It's a maze. Whatever. Yeah. There's enough of it. There's enough.
Am I the only one that liked it?
I loved it. I thought it was really
I thought it was really good.
I liked it a lot.
It's not like a horror movie, but it's a good creepy movie.
If that one chick hugs us in the maze, yeah.
She has to catch me first.
That gave me some serious anxiety.
If we got a bunch
Which
of
one?
her,
The
like a bunch
hug?
of actors
Yeah.
in her.
Yeah, that was. I was like, dude, just go to the corner of the room. They're they're gonna run into each other.
Duck,
But-
or run, or crawl. Or...
No, then she would just
Getting smothered to death? Yeah, that's not
I
good.
feel like that whole thing with her was all build up, and then the end was just bad.
Yeah, but that build-up was
Yes.
freaking me out.
First half was like I feel like the first two, like Harold was amazing.
There's way too
Harold was
many.
definitely
The
the
big
VIP.
There was way too many. Like
Jangly Man was pretty fucked up.
I didn't.
Oh,
think
yeah.
They could have done a lot more with that.
That shit
He
was.
did get a lot more screen time than anybody else, I think, which was good. He got more screen time than everybody else, which was
Yeah.
good because he was obviously the grossest, freakiest one. I
Yeah, he
guess.
was gross. I like
I
that.
would have liked to seen some practical effect with
Oh, I know. I just kept thinking if this was the thing right now with all the dogs and shit. Every
Yeah.
time I see a dog, I'm like, the thing. So if we had some practical effects, some real ooey gooey shit,
Yeah.
that would have.
That would have won
Right.
me over.
I-
too.
Beautiful thing
Was
is
this
they could keep
PG-13?
doing more.
Yeah,
See, I wish they would have pushed this
PG-13.
R and done something.
too
like
much subplot. I didn't even know the dude was a draft dodger. Like, I don't give a shit. That's not why I'm at that movie. Didn't need to know
They have to
that.
put in political things nowadays. That's just what they do.
Didn't need to know the mom left redhead chick who looks like she's trying very hard to be Max from Stranger Things.
Yeah, there was a little Stranger Things vibe or Goonies vibe type. But
I can't even
No,
remember.
no,
the
don't
fuck
say Goonies because it was nowhere near Goonies.
yeah, they were on an adventure.
But,
Oh, yeah,
Because they were all
not in a good
Yes.
adventure.
but I will say,
Jimmy, I'm going to
Yeah.
disagree with you on the mom thing. I think the mom thing's good because it sets up why she relates to Sarah. Because she's a lonely girl.
I thought they did a
Broken.
good job on it, adapting to the stories to film.
Would you watch it again?
I don't know, dog.
Yeah, I'd watch it again for sure.
I'd watch it again.
I'm gonna-
I'd rent it at least.
For the sake of the board, I'm going like 60.
I'm going right now. Maybe you're just coming off a high. But I'm
75.
going. I said 90. I pumped it up
But I do.
because I enjoyed it.
But the yeses for Amazing Campfire Chronicles do outweigh the no's slightly, it's a Rick Miller. It's a win.
Well, the Jangly.
Rick doesn't care right now. He's too tired. Rick and I will be back on Saturday with Child's Play at the State Theater, and we will be back next week on this show with Eight-Legged Freaks, which will be fun after watching that chick's face explode in this movie. So thank you for listening. We will be back next week.